Galaxy S20 Ultra, the most ultra king spec'd out flagship in the world versus the new challenger, the OnePlus 8 Pro, which goes head to head on the spec sheet more or less. It's trying to be an all-out flagship phone offering you everything just like the S20 Ultra. They do both have Quad HD 120Hz panels. Good luck beating that this year. There's going to be a few gaming phones with 144Hz panels, but in terms of mainstream phones, this is basically the cream. They are both Samsung panels, and for what it's worth, they are both amazing. There are no differences between them. They both are made by Samsung and are the best of the best. The S20 Ultra has 12 gigabytes of RAM as standard. I've got the 8 gigabyte version of the OnePlus 8 Pro. The S20 Ultra does have a bigger screen as well and a bigger battery and faster wired charging. It also has faster wireless charging on the Qi standard. That means you can use any Qi wireless chargers and get 15 watt charging as long as the charger supports it. The 30 watt wireless charging on the OnePlus 8 Pro requires OnePlus's own wireless charging adapter. Something that the OnePlus 8 Pro offers that the S20 doesn't is using high refresh rates at 120Hz with its Quad HD resolution. On the S20 Ultra, if you want 120Hz at the moment anyway of filming this video, you have to choose full HD resolution. So let's start off with downloading 2 of the same apps from each of the app stores. I did this separately, not at the same time. The OnePlus 8 Pro was fastest at 28 seconds, which was definitely not even close to the S20 Ultra, which came in at 36 seconds overall. So definitely quicker on the OnePlus 8 Pro. Then I want to test Wi-Fi speeds. They've both got Wi-Fi 6, so should be giving us the same speeds overall. Again, I did test these separately, but I've put them side by side on the screen so as to make the video a bit quicker. And you can see the speeds here, very, very similar between the two. The S20 Ultra does have some quicker speeds. They are on the same internet, very, very similar. The S20 Ultra has Samsung's ultrasonic fingerprint sensor versus the optical fingerprint sensor on the OnePlus 8 Pro. Real world difference, virtually zero. The only difference I think is you can tap the ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, whereas the optical sensor, you do have to hold it down for a little bit longer, but real world difference, virtually zero. I want to make a collage, so I've got a few pictures and a 20-second 4K video shot on each of the phones separately. Just want to upload those images and video, see how long it takes. Actually, the OnePlus 8 Pro was the winner here by a couple of seconds, but it's really not a lot. Then I want to go and export all of those images and the video into one file. And on this occasion, actually, it was the S20 Ultra that was quicker, exporting all of those in 6 seconds, whereas it took the OnePlus 8 about 11 seconds. So it took about double the time for the OnePlus 8 to do it as opposed to the S20 Ultra. Face unlocking is somewhere where I did notice a bigger difference. I would say even to the naked eye without slowing it down or anything like that, you can definitely see that the OnePlus 8 Pro just unlocks the phone and gets into the screen quicker than the S20 Ultra on pretty much all occasions. It's maybe half a second, a quarter of a second. It's definitely noticeable though. Again, in the real world, not much difference, but definitely the OnePlus 8 Pro is quicker. I have a 5-minute long 4K video. I want to see how long it takes these two phones to export that video. Because they're both using the Snapdragon 865, it's the best processor. They can both export this 4K video into another 4K video. I've turned up all the settings to the max. These phones should be really, really close. They're using the same processor, the same video, the same RAM, the same storage. The S20 Ultra does have slightly more RAM, but it shouldn't help on this occasion. But anyway, the OnePlus 8 Pro, as you can see, definitely a lot quicker than the S20 Ultra on this occasion for sure. Using the phones normally, opening apps, there's obviously going to be no difference. But I would say they're both very smooth in and out of the apps. The animations are also very similar. Actually, using these two side by side, it really is striking how similar they are, not just in the design of the hardware, but the software, the icons, the way that they move through the system. It's almost like having two twin brothers. You can see here, I'm just going through the apps, and actually the OnePlus 8 Pro is a little bit quicker than the S20 Ultra in opening PUBG. Probably 5 or 6 seconds, which is quite a big difference considering when I've tested the OnePlus 8 Pro against different phones, it's been closer than that. But now what I really want to do is just go back through all of those apps that you see on the screen. They're all open now, and I just want to test the RAM. With 8 gigabytes and the S20 Ultra's massive 12 gigabytes, there should be no apps that get chucked out of memory. Yeah, and they're all open so far. Going through again to this game, Wangzhou Rongyao, this game is called. Yep, it's open in all of the phones as well. Then going through to Taobao, small apps like this may be shut down, but again, it is open in both of the phones. And actually you can see with iQIYI, which is a version of Netflix, I think it had to reload, or at least it was shut down partially in the OnePlus 8 Pro. Not really much difference in opening it back up again though. Very, very similar results within a few percentage points of each other, because all of the inner hardware is basically the same anyway. But before the result, let's just have a look at the camera app to see how the shutter speed is, how quick it is taking a photo and flicking through. Let's slow it down to 250 frames a second and just see how quick it is. I think the OnePlus 8 Pro actually loads the camera app quicker, gets focus quicker, is able to take the picture quicker, and is able to go into the gallery, open that and process the image ready for you to use quicker than the S20 Ultra in this test, as you can see. Absolutely nothing in it when it comes to Antutu, the best phones in the industry, the best specs and hardware in the Android world. Very close. Subscribe for the latest tech news and videos. That's it for now, but I'll see you in the next one.